Dianne Feinstein. Senator, is there anything from your briefings that you can share with us coming out of Orlando?
No, not precisely. I think what the director of the FBI just said, though, is very important, and I subscribe to those thoughts entirely. I think one of the problems has been in this country, it is so easy for terrorists to buy guns. And I have been trying for a long time to pass a law which is called No Guns for Terrorists. And it simply says that if you're on a terrorist watch list, you can't buy a gun. And that's not true today, surprisingly enough. And actually, this legislation was written in 2007 by the Bush White House, when an American who went over to practice suicide bombings by the name of Adam Gadon advised people to exploit America's weak gun laws and go out and buy guns and kill people. So that's where we are today. Virtually no legislation to protect Americans has been passed. This I tried after the San Bernardino situation to propose once again this bill on the floor. The bill is simple. It simply sets up some criteria that could place you on a terrorist watch list. And I'd like to just quickly, if I may, read that to you, because I think it's important, because this fails. And it's important to know what the government needs to do to be able to protect you. And it simply says the Attorney General may deny the transfer of a firearm under certain sections if the Attorney General determines that a transferee is a known or appropriately suspected to be or have been engaged in conduct constituting in preparation for, in aid of, or related to terrorism, or providing material support for resources for terrorism. Or two, has a reasonable belief that the prospective transferee may use a firearm in connection with terrorism. Now, that finding could have been made by the FBI after the two conferences, after the two brief investigations that were conducted, based on things that the FBI was told about this perpetrator.
Now, Senator, for our viewers who may have reason to wonder why such a law is so difficult, what is the answer in plain English?
Oh, my goodness. It's unbelievable. You can't get anything. The NRA opposes this. This is to put people on the watch list to prevent terrorists from buying guns in this country. Because today, and that's what Adam Gadon was saying back in '07, exploit this. Go in and buy the guns. So we try to plug that loophole. And last year, after San Bernardino, the maximum number of votes we got were 45. Well, I'd like to try again. I hope we will try again as an amendment on one of the bills coming up soon. But we need the American people to support this. The ease with which a potential terrorist can buy a weapon in this country is frightening. And what you'll hear is, oh, but we do a background check. Well, it's been shown that 90% of potential terrorists pass background checks. The others that don't, the 10%, are fugitives, felons, and others. So it is the background check doesn't stop anybody. But being on the watch list and making it a prohibition to buy a gun if you are on the watch list, I believe will. And why not try it? Why not try it? Because this isn't going to be the last terrorist event in this country.